Well, they should hear us now.
Yeah, you should hear us now. We've got the webcam mic on.
So, oh, I know.
The intro video didn't have sound either, apparently. Okay, we're figuring this out. Your experience and technical
Seriously, I thought it should be
stand by.
perfect this time. Okay. Okay.
Can you hear us now? We're running audio off of our other mic, off your camera. Yes, here's something now. Okay, so that's our webcam. I'm waving my hand in front of it right now. It's picking it up at our boom mics. Could the sources be interfering?
Oh, the one plugged in the computer, this is plugged into the iPad.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We do want to make sure this works the way we expect it to. Frustrating.
No, once you do it a bunch of
no, it's
times,
not.
you suddenly, you know, it'll work with them. Yeah, that's because it's. Oh. Hello. Hang on.
All right, so we got audio going on the computer. So is that our? Okay, so let's see what happens now. Can you hear me speaking now? And how clearly? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? There go my eardrums. Sorry about that. So we had a bit of a time loop, so things got a little wibbly wobbly there for a moment. It's now here real loud. I can hear him still a little low, but okay. That could just be me trying not to overpower the mic. Okay, can you hear Christina say something? Can you hear her? Can you hear her as clearly as you can hear me? That means that our pack mics, our headset mics are working. So did we figure out what that actually was?
What?
What caught where the glitch was? It just suddenly started working, right? It could. May have had something to do with our little receiver, but it seems to be running now. Okay.
No, that's not the pack mics.
What's that?
That's not the hands-free mics. See, really quiet.
Her mic isn't. Okay. So maybe it's not. Maybe it's not this mic.
No, it's not. It's not. Damn it! Hey,
Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Just when we thought we had it worked out, we're trying to do the simulcasting or picture-in-picture so we can get this over here functioning a little bit better, and
okay.
it's much clearer for both. It's much clearer for both of us now. Chris says.
What?
Oh.
What? Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
We'll spend the first 20 minutes of the broadcast just figuring out the technical details. The simulcasting or picture-in-picture so we can get this over here functioning a little bit better, and much clearer for
yeah, that's now the wireless mics.
That's now the wireless mics. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we are officially on our headset mics.
What did I do or not do?
I don't know.
And
suddenly started working.
Okay, so hang on a sec, folks. Tell me if you can hear the intro thingy now, because I'm going to go in here, though, and I'm going to bring the volume up on the... Here, tell me if you can hear the intro thingy.
There we go.
I'm going to do this again.
Both equal.
Okay,
All
we're going to pretend all of this didn't happen, okay? So hang on. We're going to pretend that none of this happened. see, that's what was. Oh, oh, now I got that. That.
To turn our audio off on the computer, or we start getting that echoing back.
Why did this?
Here, loud
Why
and
is it still
clear.
here? Why is
And
it still here?
hear both of you, and the intro thingy. Perfect.
Okay. Now, that little black shouldn't be there. Oh, there it goes.
Okay. So we gotta figure it out. She's over on the. She's over in master control, trying to sort out all the issues. Yes. We worked it out.
Sort out all the issues. You mean us?
Us, yeah, sorting us out, sorting ourselves out.
Sorting ourselves out. Ah, damn.
All right,
I
so
was so
take two.
excited about like it was gonna be perfect.
Take two.
And it
Welcome,
just,
replay
it
viewers.
yeah.
Ta-da! Hey, Rose, how are you?
Hi, Rose.
Long time no see, speak,
Yeah.
chat. And back things up a little bit, give ourselves a bit more space.
So we can both get in the shot if I back it up. I should have made this broadcast tall. Oh, I can't with the little
You can't
microphone
now, right?
thingy.
Yeah.
Echo, echo, echo.
What? What?
Nice to see you as well, Chris. I think I've been good. Sup? Zup.
Sup?
Building a life back in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where's the thing that we had holding this up before?
Oh, was it that little canister?
Oh, actually, I think this is going to work.
That works.
This is going to work.
Look at that.
Hold on, I just realized been good, as in behaving? You?
Been good? Yeah, really.
Or
Yeah.
been good as in things are good?
Been good?
Yeah, actually, where's the canister?
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
Un canister.
You wanted it, then you didn't. Mm.
I know.
Hopefully that
Yeah, put
canister's
on that
hanging
side
up.
where we don't miss comments. It's a bit low
Something
now, isn't
like
it?
that.
Feeling like a little
You don't
bit-
need the top of your head.
yeah.
Like that. All right, fine.
Turtle.
All right, fine. You know, eventually, folks, this is going to be like perfection.
Once we actually figure out exactly what needs to happen where, then it'll be good.
And then, of course, we'll be changing to the other side of the room. There. Is that going to stay? Is that going to stay?
The only constant is that there is no constants.
There's no consonants.
Consonant. Well, unless you're speaking
least there's-
Welsh, then they're all consonants.
At least there's a lot of
Very
vowels.
strange, very professional. Well, thank you. We Christina finally figured it out.
Yeah, it took a while.
Had a little
Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Shush.
We don't need to hear ourselves. We can hear ourselves right here.
I don't
We got the
listen to
best seats
myself
in the
anymore.
house.
I really don't listen to myself anymore.
Neither do I.
It's just, oh, good. Okay, so we got that. We got
All you now
that.
need is a mini drone cam.
Oh my God,
that's our
Vincent.
next option. Yeah, little
Yes.
webcam, little drone webcam, little sphere, like the practice drone in
And beard
Star Wars.
cam.
A beard cam.
Just clip it in here.
Mhm.
Right here. Just little clip. I can just hang underneath your beard.
Dingle, dingle, dingle. Bird's eye view.
It's gonna get everyone sick though,
I know. Yeah.
especially when you talk. Oh boy.
It
takes two.
baby.
Damn
What
it.
were we doing that?
It was not just the four of us, and then
Oh,
it,
just
it,
the two of us,
Just
and
then
then-
it was just the two of us, and then it was it's crazy. Hi folks.
Shall I set a timer? So that we don't go
XD,
overtime?
things have been good. That's a smiley face. Me, not so much, as usual. I'm living Victoria now, but this is
Oh,
your
yeah?
show. I can chat later. All right. All right.
Cool.
Nature documentary. You can hear yourselves in analog. No, I did stereo.
Analog. No, analog. As opposed to digital. As I keep whacking. Don't deafen our guests, our viewers.
I didn't start it. You did.
Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
So, where we left off was the Dremel was not appropriately talking to the file in order to cut through the material,
Mhm.
but we did get the HAPS logo, but we weren't able to cut it out.
Mhm.
And Martin did some research today while I was doing research
I
on
did.
this. He
Mhm.
did research on that. Would you like to tell them what you figured out?
Well, what we were trying to do, we did the HAPS logo, which is basically just a JPEG image. So there's actually no vector information on it. So there's no actual specific line that the laser can recognize that, oh, I need to follow this line and cut it out, as opposed to I'm just going to go zipping back and forth over an image, right? Like an old dot matrix printer, right? So when we tried to create that outline vector in Photoshop, yes, we saved it as a PDF, but it was a graphic PDF, so it still didn't recognize it as a vector line. So doing a little bit of research today, we found that right now we found a cheap little or a free little app on the App Store.
That's how cheap it is.
That's how cheap it is. So cheap it's free. That we can draw, at least start getting a little bit of vector work done. So we've created a vector outline that we can now load onto the laser, line it up with the graphics that we cut the other night, and play it that way. Also did a little research.
Ouch.
We can do, normally we work as an absolute positioning, so it always uses the top corner of the laser.
Yeah.
We can do relatives, so we can set the laser start point wherever we want it, and it'll start cutting from there.
So we don't have to reburn this haps?
We don't have to
can cut
reburn
it
the
out?
haps. Nope.
Ah. I love you guys and keep trying in hopes it gets better. Hey, honey, I hope so too. Some people are finding the lag is real, and other people are saying it doesn't exist. So it's probably the way the app itself functions when it comes to broadcasting and the way it's received at the other end. Airplane joke.
You have a vector but no victor? Roger, Roger.
Can't stick? Perhaps catch you later.
You can't
Yes,
stick?
vector but no victor. Yes, well,
Roger, Roger.
we were having no vector.
Yeah, we had a victor but no vector.
We had a victor but no vector.
A picture but no vector.
So we
Charleston
did.
Palace,
So
let's get really complicated.
let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. So we have the webcam. It's got a sort of a bird's eye view of the laser and the iPad.
Okay, why did my Siri come on? Siri, go away. Is it because I said serious?
Probably.
Did I say serious? Okay, thank
Okay.
you. I love how polite he is. Okay, so Martin, did you finish the file?
I have a file. Yep.
Is it
Got
already on the
file.
machine?
It's not on the laser yet. It's in the laser driver. So let's take a look at that.
Fine, you know where you saved it. Go
we
on.
gotta line it
Go
up
on.
with everything, right?
So we noticed also Dremel has a referral program, but it seems to only be for Americans. So I asked them whether or not we can have it apply for Canadians. It's actually good for now, fingers crossed. Well, don't jinx it.
Okay.
How are you? Chili for love, hello. On through the night, nice.
If we go to our
Are
browser,
you serious? Yeah.
that is
Sorry,
our.
will you guys stop making me trigger my phone? Actually, it's okay right
Not
now.
for your phone. Oh
Okay.
no, your
It's okay
phone's
this
there.
time. She made me say, "Are you serious?"
Ah. Remember when that was going on? You had a couple of viewers that were just
Oh my God, yeah.
teasing you. It was all tongue in cheek. It was all fun, but just teasing you
That
about
was-
getting you to say things that sounded like.
That was Periscope with the computer running the OBS and the iPad running Periscope, and I was surrounded by 3 other Mac devices. So we had 5 Mac devices,
Oh, wow.
all responding, and they had me saying it all they had to send, because I read the comments, right? So
It was a giggle
it
fest.
was a guy was dying laughing on air.
All right, so we lift that lid.
Do you have a file that you prepared? Yes, Martin will show you the file. He can turn the iPad around so it faces the camera. Yes, we did prepare it earlier. We wanted to make sure this time. We unfortunately don't have the 3D print file prepared yet, but Martin will be working on that in a moment. You said it again. I know. So far, it's your serious black. I was there for that. I think. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Watched as I broke down in laughter in front of my computer as you guys mercilessly kept going.
And hey,
How's the project going? It's going okay. As you can see, I hope you can see, Martin's got the reference camera there. We got the logo burnt 2 nights ago. So now it's just a matter of creating a box, and that's what he's done.
so we've got a box. Do you want to do the honors then?
What, but did you already put it into
It
the...
hasn't been sent to the machine yet.
Well-
So let's. Okay, well let's do that as we
Fine.
go here. So at the start. Oh.
What?
Back up again. Cancel.
What?
For some reason it keeps resetting the material.
What? Oh, it likes acrylic apparently.
Apparently it likes acrylic.
Well, they give you a sample of acrylic, so...
I'm not surprised.
Things that sound like series, cherry in French. Ah. Nice. Okay, so what? Oh, materials. We're going birch ply for this,
Yep.
right? And it's 1/8, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep, it is. He knows these off by, like, I mean, I look at it and I have to guess. At some point, we're going to have to make what we call a sample wheel with
Mm-hmm.
all the different materials so that Christina doesn't have to keep guessing. That's the one thing I really am weak at, is that whole 1/8, 1/4 one. Thanks for joining my broadcast earlier. You are so welcome, Chris.
So it actually looks like our pointer is in the right spot.
So we want relative.
Um, if our pointer is actually in the right spot, we might not need to.
Better safe than
Better
sorry.
safe than
Like, I mean,
sorry?
it only really
Yeah,
happens once.
that's true.
Send a cutter. Oh, yeah, that one has to go on too.
Right. I will reach over.
Long arm of the husband, the partner, the man.
The partner.
All done. Okay. Can we move the iPad out of the way so they can?
Sure.
Here,
I
I'll
will
hand it.
unplug it because the plug's not going to reach very far, so I'll just bring it over to the table.
Okay.
Yep.
Laser hit adjusted. Material is laserable. I hope so. I will remain at my laser. Yeah, I won't let you do that unless you tell it you're going to stay.
Yeah, but you could be lying to the laser. This is
You could be lying.
what it is. It's that little disclaimer, that little reminder by the company. You need a relative vector.
I have a great uncle called Vicky.
Vector Vectoria. What? Oh, that'd be a great play. Is it doing it? Is it doing it?
It is. Wow, it actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what you made the box a little
No,
big.
we don't
That's
know.
okay.
We don't know if it's cutting all the way through yet because we don't know it's if the settings the pre-assigned settings they've given if
Now,
those settings are going to be right for cutting it through.
those of you watching on, you're probably off camera, Martin. Those of you watching on other
Oh, because
platforms,
I'm
come on over to Haps,
I'm just on the edge of the
haps.tv,
camera.
HAPPS.tv, and just like everywhere else, we are always and shall be car hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.
You're lying to what? You're lying to machinery?
By telling it we're going to
Yes.
be there and not necessarily being there.
Yes. Well, no, but we are, so we
We'll
haven't
always be
lied
there.
yet.
Yeah. We'd rather not have our place accidentally burned down. So yeah.
It's moving. It's alive. It's alive.
There's that little disclaimer of theirs that they
Will
they
you
want to
know when the
remind
printer
you all the
falls
time.
to the floor? Great, guys. Thanks. All right. So, fortunately, the only way to really find out is to go in there and find out.
True. If you tap the actual
Yep.
part and see if the part sounds like it's loose. No.
No.
Okay, so we'd run another pass.
Wow. Okay. So now this isn't exactly birch ply either. So
Exactly, yeah. What we're working with instead of birch plywood, it's 1/8" masonite, so it's a harder board.
job history. Uh-huh. It's this one. Yes, it is. Next. 1, 2, and 3. All 3 buttons. So yeah, it's kind of interesting because, we've worked with much more complicated and much more detailed and much larger lasers, and we figured this one's simpler and smaller. It'll be easier, but the way they run the system on this one, it's simpler, but it's actually a bit of a learning curve anyway. So
That's
don't
one way to
always
look at it, yeah.
don't always assume that because you know something, that you actually know something.
Exactly.
We are
I mean,
being
it's running at
reminded of
different
this.
power, different frequency, material properties can be different from one batch to another too. Shouldn't you be wearing high vis and holding a clipboard?
Do you think I'd look good in high vis and with a clipboard? I have to put my
I think
glasses.
so, yeah.
I need different glasses though, because
Yeah.
my glasses are very modest, right? So I would need like.
I see smoke underneath, and maybe one more pass.
Okay. So this one is
And
a
of
little
course,
more
yes, we
denser.
have a fire extinguisher. It's actually sitting behind the laser where it'll do the
It is.
least amount of good, but no, it's
always-
just down here at our feet.
Have a fire. Be right back.
Be right
All
back. Okay,
right.
Shane.
1, 2, 3. Boomba, boomba. I made the boomba boomba sounds.
Boomba boomba. Yeah, it's too bad from that camera angle the actual cutting isn't even visible because
We'd have to get a lot
it's
closer.
blocked. But when we do the big one,
Depends
you'll be
on
able to see
where
it.
you positioned the clipboard. Ha ha
Depends on
ha!
where you.
Thank you, Vince. But we're
We're
not that kind of broadcast.
broadcast.
Martin, are you like? Did you?
What?
Did you say it
I
with
did.
me?
I
Did
did.
you? Oh, I guess because your back was to
I
me.
know. You can check the replay.
All right,
Okay.
I will. I will.
Did we do it? Did we do it?
See,
I
it's
see.
that whole bullying situation with Mr. Voss there.
I think it's true.
You know,
Yeah.
he seems to think that because Martin and I are in a relationship for such a long period of time, we're bored with each other, and therefore we're not
Look
exciting
at
anymore.
this. Check it out.
Little does he know. Hey, our first discoloration on our honeycomb.
All
Woohoo!
right. We no longer have a pristine honeycomb. Now
Nope.
there's a little black charred
Nope. So
rectangle.
did you make a second box
We
yet?
scale it on the iPad.
Of course we do.
Of course we do. What did we make? We made that other logo 10 inches wide, didn't we?
Now switch to beard cam. Does that vent to the exterior? Yes. We have behind the curtains here, behind the blackout curtains, an exhaust. Let's see if I can. Here, I guess because I've got short arms. Ta-da! The side vent that's there is for the 3D printer. It hasn't been
And there
plugged
are
in,
little.
and we want to make that one detachable as well because for a small spray paint booth, we've got one of those little portable ones.
You know what we should do actually with
Um,
that? I'm surprised actually we didn't
I
get that
don't
much
know where we're
smoke out
gonna
of
put it
this,
though.
but we should cap that right now. Because right now it's drawing air through both, so we're only really getting half suction on the laser. I know.
That fan's doing a great job. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're good for now. Now, when we
Okay,
start cutting
so-
plastics, it's a whole other thing.
The
So
laser
Martin
unlocked.
has taken the iPad off camera. Why don't you bring it over here? 10
Okay.
inches wide. Oh my God.
Okay, so so we tap
Yes,
the lock
it's
button
10
on the
inches
home screen.
wide, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, what?
Tap the lock button on the home screen.
Well, yeah, because hold on, I was gonna put it into a corner.
Oh, we'll do it with the jog buttons.
Oh, fine. I just wanted to hand do it. It just makes me happy. Now
Mhm.
it's gonna have to reset itself.
Yeah, I'm surprised it
Yeah,
actually
I
does
know.
that each time. Yeah.
I know.
Every time you press the lock button to, like when you push the unlock, it means the axes are free, so you can slide things around manually. When you hit the lock button, all the motors lock into position.
It just
but
want to know.
it wants
It
to
just
home
wants to
itself.
know where it is.
Material's crooked too. We'll have to straighten it out.
What do you mean material's crooked?
It's crooked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Tuck the top corner into the top.
I'm
corner.
working on it.
She's working on it.
I'm working on it here. We do call Toronto the Northern New York.
So here's
So
something
all
we
of our
can try and
American
do.
friends, I'm so sorry about what happened at the White House. That's
Oh my God.
sad.
Yeah.
In Canada, know that Canadians still love you guys, and I've got a lot of American friends, and I'm hoping you are all staying safe.
Mhm.
Please and thank you. I think that's straight now.
Mhm.
And this piece is a little bigger than the bed itself. So
Little bit,
does that look straight to you, Neil?
That's much better. So what we can do here. Well, it's popping up laser jogging, laser jogging, laser jogging.
Da-dee-dee-yada. Da-da-dee-yada. Yeah. See, this will be the one that will stick on the wall somehow.
Mm-hmm.
That looks good, right?
That's good there, yeah. So
Now,
One
normally
thing.
the whole file would have everything, but because we had to fuss with this 2 nights ago,
So
it
we can
doesn't.
adjust our settings here.
Ah,
Right? So
that's
that's the
true, we
settings
can.
that we did use. Oh, see, it's defaulted to acrylic again.
What?
Birch, 1/8 inch. Okay, so we did.
Okay, so there are some mild frustrating
Mhm.
things, but then again, there are frustrating things on all. Just it's a different frustrating thing.
So
Okay, so bring your speed down, your heat
bring
up.
the speed down and the depth up maybe.
Oh, there's a depth button.
Good, bring the depth right to
Ah,
400,
Sure.
and maybe don't need to bring up the heat. Speed down, depth up, and we'll give that a try.
Yeah, give it a feed. Send it over.
Sending it over.
Sending it over.
And we're on relative
Thank you. You're
again.
welcome, Chris.
Oh, hang on.
America's done. Just turn the lights out and stop looking
Okay,
in
so
that
hold on a sec.
direction. Oh, Vincent. No, I worry about you guys. I really do. I have a lot of very special friends in the States, and they've been friends with me for years. And
Sending to
I'm just
cutter.
hoping that when the dust clears, that you don't lose too many. Oh, I leaned on
What?
it. So go back, go back. No, cancel, cancel, cancel. Okay, how does this cancel? Oh, the X in the top, of course. Done. Done. I cracked my 60-watt laser tube last week. Oh
Oh
no,
no.
Frank!
What model? What
Bad
model
check
you using?
valve kept water from circulating. Really?
Oh.
Wow. Okay, we'll have to watch it with this one. What kind of 60-watt laser do you have? This is only a 40, but
Never ignore your check engine light.
that's right. So it's one of these, I assume.
Oh,
This one right here. Run parameter. I want to see that. There's a lot of space down below. We'll have to do something with it.
yeah, we can add something though. Maybe I'll make a little stand.
Yeah, we can do that. Next. What make and brand is your cutter? So this estimates in just under 4 minutes.
In just under 4 minutes to cut.
Just,
And we'll see whether or not the setting adjustments, whether we need to do a second pass or not.
I do like the check perimeter thing. That's
Mhm.
that makes me happy.
Because you can confirm before you actually cut whether it's
Well,
the
on
right
our
location.
on our epilogue, which unfortunately is stuck in a friend's garage until we can have a larger space. On our epilogue, you basically keep the lid open so the laser doesn't turn on, and you just run the program. You run the file. 1 sec, I'll look. Okay, thank you, Frank.
The Chinese orange thing. Oh, yeah, I can't remember the name of those as well. I've seen those advertised online.
Frank has his description as dreamer. Nice.
Ooh.
It's a
The
Chinese orange
smell
thing.
of cutting wood. It smells
That's
like a
familiar.
campfire. As long as our neighbors don't knock on the door and asking if there's something on fire
Well,
in here.
it's not as late as it was the other night.
Hmm. That's true.
Now, a lot of times what we'll do, hopefully this machine will do it as well. We'll find out soon enough. A lot of times what we'll do is when we want one solid color and then another color on top, is we will mask the surface. Like we'll paint it, we'll spray paint it the one color. We'll mask the surface, and then we do the cut, and then you spray paint again, and so you get your two colors. I've done
Cat 76, the welcome new
I've
subscriber.
done
Yeah.
about 4 or 5 different colors, but it takes forever because you have to mask and mask and mask and mask and mask and mask.
And remask.
You
And
know,
then mask
and then your
remask.
file has to be perfect because you're cutting each and every part. So if I want red, I only I only put into the cutter what's going to be red, and then I spray and then remask, and then you run the blue, and spray remask, and it's time consuming, but the effect is really nice.
Mhm.
But I put a new controller in it. Okay. I don't know Art Sign.
Yeah, there's a few Chinese brands that are just sort of very, minimally put together.
Yeah, a lot of people were recommending with us to do one of the ones you assemble. You get from Amazon and assemble. But by the time we do the American and Canadian conversion, and we get the approval at the border to get it over, and the Canadian government charges all the extra taxes and duties, and it was about the same price as this, and
And
this
we'd
is
have to put it together.
and we yeah, so and of course you hope the tube doesn't break in shipping,
Hmm.
because then you'll have that problem. So we went with Dremel. These come out of a company in Ottawa,
Hmm.
So instead of having it shipped to us, because they got it, they checked it, they made sure everything was okay. Martin and I got on the road. We did a day trip. I visited my godparents. We had dinner with them, etc., etc., etc. Now this is before this most recent lockdown,
Hmm.
but so it's been sitting around waiting to get hooked up, for a while now,
Hmm.
and now it's hooked up. So you can see it's going slower now. It's because we changed all the parameters.
Hmm.
Don't ever be scared of cutting 2 or 3 times if you have to get through
Yeah.
or to make something darker. However, do keep in mind that if you are making something where something has to be attached to something else, sometimes cutting it more than the one time will make your material a slightly different size, and it
Hmm.
may not click
Yeah, it
together as
might
well as
burn
you
away
want.
extra material on the subsequent passes. Who's the distributor brand? The brand, this is
Larger
actually made
K40.
by Dremel. It's the Dremel LC40. And so far, it's an awesome machine. The distributor we had in Ottawa is a company called EnviroLaser 3D, and they're more of a they've got a little 3D printer farm going on, making
Gonna
parts
have to
for
run it again.
local companies. But on the side, they sell laser cutters and engravers and things like that. So this is very similar to what was the other machine we were looking at? Not the Glowforge. The Glowforge was sort of what started us on this path of looking for a smaller laser machine that we could use here in our studio. But the Glowforge is just it's so over basic. It's meant for your household arts and crafts kind of thing. But the biggest problem with the Glowforge is you have to upload your file to their cloud where it gets processed and then downloaded to the laser to be cut. With a lot of the proprietary stuff we do for film and television, secret props for TV shows,
NDAs.
NDAs and things like that, we can't run the risk of having our file uploaded to someone else's server where it might get copied, viewed, used for other purposes, whatever. So this is all local. I mean, we were running on a Wi-Fi network, but it's going directly from the iPad to the laser, so it's not going to anyone's cloud or anything like that.
Plus, it's Dremel.
Plus, it's Dremel.
We didn't even know Dremel made laser cutters.
We've been using the Dremel rotary tools for like 30 years, and now they have this. They have a 3D printer as well. So, but luckily we were able to get the 3D printer that we've got
This one
here.
was secondhand.
Was secondhand. It was a guy in St. Catharines that
So we got it real
was
cheap.
basically trading it off for a new one, a different model that he wanted to get. So we got at a pretty good price. I cut the
I
HAPS
cut the
logo for
HAPS
a
logo
light
for
we
a
used in an
light
earlier.
sign we used in an earlier HAPS studio when I worked there.
Ah,
Nice.
awesome.
Well, when we got our other cutter, our much larger one, our epilogue, when we were
Our
back in
cutter from
BC.
another mother.
What?
Our cutter from another mother.
Yeah, got it from another mother. Um, but we did the Periscope logos the very first, and
Mhm.
that one we did the pre-paint. Like we painted the wood and then we put it in
Mhm.
to etch and cut, and we pre-stained it kind of bluish color,
Mhm.
and then hand painted the red over top of the little pointer drop.
Yeah. So it's only seems only fair that we're doing a HAPS logo with our newest laser cutter, and being on the HAPS platform
So are
now.
you going to do that 3D file or not?
The 3D file is ready.
It is?
Well, it's created.
Okay. It's
Well, we
created.
have to do a bit of setup with this guy before we can actually do any
All right. Well, then we'll
copying.
wait.
So,
Wait till this is done, then we'll switch gears.
mhm. Switch gears.
We should do our own logo.
We should, yeah.
We should do our own logo. Dude, what are we doing?
We want to cut our own logo in the wood right now.
Sorry, what?
We want to cut our own logo in the on the laser.
Well, actually, yeah. Well,
Sold.
better. So when did you work for HAPS? That is so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all us Periscope, VIPs are just like, we're not even gonna wait for for it to go completely down.
We've all bailed. Yeah.
How did we discover HAPS? I don't remember.
Hmm?
I don't remember how we discovered HAPS.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, it was I think one of our fellow broadcasters on Periscope was talking about Periscope going down, and that he's trying out this new platform HAPS. Yeah.
So it takes a little longer,
A bit longer.
but a second pass should hopefully do it this time instead of 3. So that's going to be when we do projects, we are going to have to keep in mind how much time it takes for
Mm-hmm.
this machine to do certain
Yeah.
tasks.
Oh yeah. And of course, the more we use the machine, the more we sort of start getting the hang of its parameters, how long it takes to cut through different materials. We'll be able to estimate that a little bit better in terms of time and budget, quoting jobs and things like that. So,
Oh,
so
really? Well, it's crunchy.
part way through, I guess we decide, do we want to just snap out the rest of it and then clean up the
Well, I
fuzz?
hate doing that with wood
Yeah.
because of the little splintery.
One more shot?
One more shot.
One more shot?
We
Under 4
lied,
minutes.
folks. We're sorry. We lied. We lied. Next. Boom, boom, boom.
I was involved in the very beginning, concept launch and first year. Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice. So how old is HAPS, actually? How long has HAPS been around? Because I remember seeing it as a news channel on Periscope, but I didn't notice it until about a year ago, maybe? Well, are you going to do it or not?
Are there things to check off?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay.
It just
Like,
had to
now
think
it
about
goes
for a
on
bit, yeah.
strike.
Approximately 3 years ago.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 3 years, right? Oh,
Oh, no, okay.
Oh, yeah.
It really is burning now.
It is a bit, yeah.
We have to sand the edge a little bit.
Yep.
Approximately 3 years.
Oh,
Okay.
that's longer than we thought.
Yeah, we were there at the very beginning of Periscope.
Which has been almost 5 years now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And it's a great platform. It's a great app. And once I learned how to use OBS, it was better. But yeah, just the way they treated some people and the way they functioned was not conducive to our functioning.
Are we using Lightburn or Inkscape? We're using neither at the moment. We are probably going to look and see if we can use Illustrator on the iPad. But the program that we grabbed, any camera can see where I'm at? No. Okay. The program that we grabbed is called Assembler, and it's a very basic sort of vector drawing app. So I'm just still learning it. We just downloaded it this afternoon, so I was like, okay, we just need to create a rectangle for now. We'll learn the rest of it later in terms of setting parameters and dimensions and things like that. So yeah, we'll give that a try. But ultimately, looking at something probably a little closer to Illustrator for the iPad, which there is apparently there is a free version of that's available.
Of Illustrator?
So, of Illustrator, yeah. But apparently, Illustrator they changed a whole bunch of stuff. There used to be one particular one, and they've split it into two different versions.
Oh, don't know about it.
So,
Cool. Neither did we until this afternoon. Well, this is it. We got to keep our costs down right now because the industry is technically shut down.
Yeah. It
Come a little more into frame.
A little more into frame. Try not to block too much as well.
Well, they can see it on there.
That's true, yeah.
Dude.
There, how's that? You just want me closer, don't you?
No, I just want you to not be because you.
No.
Oh. Nice looking machine. It's
sleek.
It's very militaristic when you think about it.
Yeah.
A kind of Star Trekky too.
Powder coated aluminum and anodized aluminum top and tinted tempered glass.
Now apparently the bottom does open out. Apparently some people have opened up the bottom and put like a structure underneath in order to be able to laser deeper.
Yeah.
But right now our goal is to get through the next year or two, and what we want to do with HAPS is we want to do the sponsor thing and if we can do $40 a month or more on sponsorship, we're going to get rid of our Patreon, and then we're going to basically what we make on air gets offered to the sponsors first and foremost before we put it in our shop, which should be operational in hopefully before the end of the month.
Yes. is that 1/8 ply. It's 1/8 masonite, so 1/8 hardboard. I think hardboard is one of the other terms for it.
Which could be why it's having a hard time.
Hardboard. It's having
Yeah.
a hard time.
It's yeah.
It's basically compressed sawdust, right? Compressed glued sawdust. Almost there, almost there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little charred
really
around the
charred,
edges
yeah.
now, but yeah.
It's basically scrap material left over from the other shop that we were working in that our other laser cutter was set up in. And they had their own 3D printer, which we used and all that stuff. But unfortunately, it's a prop shop that's been around for about 45 years, and it is no more. COVID took them down, basically, and a really crappy partner. So, yeah.
It should be free. It should pop apart. It might be the ash that's holding it more than anything.
Nice plan. Yeah, thank you. Well, when industry started shutting down, and Toronto is not, it's not as expensive as Vancouver, but it's not cheap.
That's one way to do it.
I think the downstairs neighbors just figured out we were doing something. Oh, the sweet smell of wood.
Yep.
Well, we don't have
Smells
a
like a
fireplace anymore,
campfire.
right?
What's that?
So we don't have a fireplace anymore, so.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still need that occasional burned wood smell, right? Under controlled circumstances.
Yes. So now we can just pretend we have a fireplace. We have the smell.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The building management will love that. It's like, why did you put a fireplace in your unit? You're not allowed those.
Well,
You're not even allowed to have a dishwasher.
Yeah, really.
I'm the dishwasher.
So yeah, this
I'm glad they did, yeah.
this is hopefully by next year we can get the big one set back up in a shop somewhere or financially recover and wind up with a small shop of our own, so we can live and work separately again.
Depending on the type, it can be quite noxious. Yeah.
But yeah, if we do that, then we'll be able to do more. Not have to worry about disturbing the rest of the building. Oh yeah, it really charred. That's seriously black. So give me a minute, folks, because there we go.
Formaldehyde. Yeah, some of the glues and plywoods are formaldehyde. So luckily it's a pretty decent exhaust system. Like there's no latent smoke or anything floating around here right now, which is awesome. Haps. Where's baby Haps?
Baby Haps. Baby sharks.
Baby
Haps.
Baby Haps.
Oh my god, are we that tired?
Yeah.
See. Big and small. So it works, which is good. We just got to get used to the differences between this, and you can see the back is textured, so you can really see the particleness of it. And what I love about using this material too is all the speckling. Little bits of slight variation in color, and it gives it almost like a hay effect. What?
The baby Haps song. That's gonna be stuck in our heads, We.
Well, the biggest thing about us and fumes. It is kind of warm in here, isn't it?
Our nephew and his wife have a 3-year-old, and so over the past year or so, or however long it's been, all we hear from their household is Baby Shark. So the kid got obsessed with it.
Okay, so
Okay.
oh, we didn't wipe off the little one.
Oh, we didn't wipe off the little one.
Grab the big one.
I'll grab the big one. We'll wipe the little one. Lasers are so fun. Not sure how we survive without ours.
Materials, mostly, our larger cutter in film and television for props, we mostly use ABS. And ABS is a messy material to cut, partially because of the way it melts, so to speak. But it is an excellent material for props. However, we clean those machines a lot when we use ABS. The ones on set we clean a lot. But this one, we'd be cleaning it every 5 minutes. So we will not be running ABS on this one. So Martin and I have to figure out other materials that will do the same thing, hopefully within the same price bracket.
Exactly, yeah. Reminded me of O'Brien kicking a console that caused the Cardassian transporter to work in the first episode. Oh yeah, I remember that. So, is this a new glitch going on? We have a viewer titled Facebook user. It says lasers are so fun, not sure how we survive without ours. Yeah, well, yeah, we feel the same way.
Yeah.
All the hand stuff that we built like 20, 30 years ago when we were first doing this, and then we get into this now. But yeah, it's interesting that comes across as Facebook user. So if you're willing to just pop in and say, hey, it's me, and your name, if you're someone that we know, but all it says is Facebook user. There was a bit for the past week or two where a lot of times it wasn't when it simulcast to Facebook, the comments from Facebook weren't showing up on the HAPS platform. So we had frustrated people on Facebook trying to leave comments and asking questions, and we were completely ignoring them because they weren't showing up.
Martin and Christina don't like us anymore. So
They're a
that's better.
bunch of jerks. Yeah, we used to love them.
No,
They've moved to HAPS and they think they're better than everyone.
We don't think we're better than everyone. we know we're better.
We're better than what we were yesterday.
It's
and
like
so
an
on,
NBC.
and so on, and
A lot of
so
people
on.
were going, "Oh, you're from Toronto. You think you're the center of the universe," and we're like, "No,
No,
we know
are.
it's
No, we are.
We don't think we know. All right, so there's the cutter. Yeah, at some point I would like to do our logo as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. Do we perchance have a stand?
Oh.
Like a little photo stand? Or did all
Something in
those, where did those wind up? 6 moves, and there are a lot of things, oops, I tripped over the camera. There are a lot of things that we have lost. The initials beside Facebook user is FU. Katie?
F-U.
F-U. Katie, you are so observant. I love you, honey. I love you.
Yeah.
No, we don't. We do.
We
We
might,
don't.
we
We do.
might.
Don't. We do.
Just
We don't.
there's places
We
that I can't reach yet.
don't. We do. Excuse me?
Oh, that's how things
There
go.
are places you can't
There's-
reach.
It becomes places you can't reach anymore. Need that extra little help. No.
Who is our
we
Facebook
have,
user?
We have them, but they may actually be in the locker. They're
We don't
probably
then?
in storage in the locker.
Okay.
Alas.
Sigh, alas. Alas,
I'll
and a
try.
laddie.
Maybe. Whoops. I just scattered
As
cat
Martin
treats,
kicks
didn't I?
the cat toys around and...
I just scattered cat treats, didn't I?
Oh, good going, Martin.
Yep. Nope.
No, huh?
Okay.
Okay,
No.
fine. Do you want to pick up kitty cat treats that... Yeah, we're starting to find more challenging toys for them to keep their little brains going. Everyone, feel free to talk and to ask questions and to all that stuff here. That should work. Ha ha! That'll work. There we go. There we go.
Well, that'll work.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
like it. Gets its own light.
I know, yeah.
So, Martin, would we like to figure out the 3D printer? And
Yeah, let's see if
and
we
change
can get this
gears
set
here a
up.
little
I think
bit?
we're going to need to do a little bit of leveling and axis homing and everything first. So around all the way to the very back. Okay.
You guys are cute together. Thank you.
We try.
The question is, are we cute apart too?
You're cuter than I am when we're apart.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. 33 years, folks.
That's right.
33 years. And Mr. Voss thinks that we're boring because we've been together for 33 years, that we don't have to
I
try.
think, yeah.
We just like, when the camera's off, it's,
Yeah,
it's,
mhm,
it's that stuff. Because we're
not
not
that
that
kind
kind
of
of broadcast. Mm-mm. I don't know if you're a couple, so my apologies either way.
33 years.
Yeah, 33 years.
Yep.
33, so 29 of them married.
Yep.
And it'll be 30 next year.
Next year, Bob.
Well, this year.
This year.
Shoot.
This June.
COVID has got to end.
Oh, I know.
I want to have my party.
We want to have a 30th anniversary spectacular
I want to.
renewal of vows and everything. And
Thank you, Frank.
thank you. And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't do it if we can't have people over or have people gather.
People say,
somewhere,
how do you do it?
Bravo.
And I haven't killed them yet.
That's true. Yeah, that and we don't have kids. That's a big
Bravo,
one right
thank you,
there.
Frank. Well, for us.
For us.
Some people say kids gave them life.
Mm-hmm.
Us, not so much. So, what do you think? I got it leveled. I used
Yep. Popsicle
I
sticks.
used popsicle sticks.
Perfect leveling tool. Popsicle sticks. They're
Yep.
just that great little gradient.
All right, so let's change our shot. let's change our shot away from the cutter,
All right.
and let's let's get Martin here and the table. So do you want to you want to get a chair, and I will reassess this camera. Keep it clean. We try. We try. Oh, you mean the cutter?
We almost need a little workstation with this thing that's at the same height as the red workstation.
Mm-hmm. So we'll do this so you guys can see Martin there, and that should work.
First thing we should do is get it started up and get it to.
Is this my water? Yes. Yes.
No, that's yours.
That's
yeah.
Fine. Hey, Jeff. There's one of our favorite people in all time.
Jeff.
Right. I'm gonna move this one next.
Is this the English one? This is the English one. Okay.
Yeah, English is good.
So since we actually have never used the Creator Pro, FlashForge Creator Pro before, it's very similar to the MakerBot. So I know we have a base concept of how this is going to work. But what we're going to want to do, because we've never fired it up yet, is we're going to want to power it up, get the bed leveled, make sure the bed's leveled, test out all the axes, run a little bit of material through the extruder, make sure that's all working, right?
You said extruder.
Blow some extruder. Up
blow.
your extruder.
You said blow.
And blow some of the dust or suck some of the dust out of it, whichever your preference is, whatever floats your boat.
Boats are supposed to float.
So
right.
It's funny. This has already been a few weeks since we grabbed the online manual, user manual for the FlashForge, but we the first few.
Oh, and just as a side, by the way, guys, this is our board of words for 2021. If anyone has still a word in their head that they'd love to add to it, then we would love for you to speak up. Ta-da. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
That's how it works.
So the first copy of the manual, we could only find manuals in Japanese, and unfortunately, we cannot read kanji. So, finally found a version that's been translated into English.
Extruder, dude.
Extruder, dude. You extruder. You brought her.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, this is gonna really.
See, turn your screen brightness down a little bit so that the camera can pick it up.
From up here, right?
Yep.
Screen's almost
there we go.
Almost nothing anyway. Yeah. There we go. No, I can't read the screen.
Oh, you can read this. Come on.
Okay, so we go into, once we get here, unpacking. It's already been unpacked. Assembly, setup, extruder's been installed. All that sort of thing has been done. Congratulations, you finished the unpacking process. All right.
Yay.
Hardware assembly. Okay, that's the extruder. We want to cut to the point where we are setting up build plate leveling. Here we go. Every printer will be leveled before shipped out, but we can't ensure the platform won't move during delivery. So that's what we are going to do now.
NTTOB. Not that kind. No, you forgot the K.
NTKOB. Not that kind of broadcast.
I don't think I can post a screen grab of the Laser Hap logo. I don't think I can post a screen grab of the Laser Hap logo from a year ago here.
Oh, for yours.
Yeah, you can't in the comments. But everything for us is car hunger. Nope, okay. Everything for us is car hunger. CARR.
HUNGER.
My last name and his last name.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes our email address because it'll be car hunger, CARR.
Oh, HUNGER. I didn't expect you to do it a second time. That
car hunger, CARR.
HUNGER.com.
If you send it.
Huh?
If he sends the file, sends the screen cap.
Oh, if he sends the screen cap, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so.
Oh, and I want to take this moment while Martin's fussing,
Yup.
and there's a bit of a dead space. I want to take this moment to thank those of you who have sent us messages regarding the whole bullying thing on Pat's page, and we're not going to tell anyone to block him, but we did. We made that choice, and we're very happy that Haps gave us that feature because it became too much that night. Um, some of you have been sending full descriptions and a lot of chattering about it, and it's great. But guys, it's done. It's done. Those of you who went and checked out his profile and did a non-influenced by us, at least we're going to believe that you did, view of his broadcasts and major decisions. Um, good. We have to stick together as a community, and yeah, that was extremely aggressive and uncalled for. So,
Yeah.
.com, yes,
.com.
yes, exactly. Car hunger, car hunger. Yes, mouse, mouse, mouse,
Mouse? What mouse?
mouse.
No, we're using a touchscreen. So.
Let me know if you send it, and I will disappear off camera long enough to put it up here, and we'll see how it looks. We'll share it with everyone.
Mm.
That would be perfect. Of course, things like awards and sponsorships are greatly appreciated. Jeff, I believe it was you
Oh,
that was trying to do a
MOUSE.
sponsorship and was having a hard
MOUSE.
time. I don't know if you took Ron's advice and tried with the Apple Pay. Um, but if you did, we'd love to hear how it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, the goal is $40 a month in sponsorships. The awards are just something separate. Well, that was a chime. Oh,
That was a
chime.
Haps chime.
So that wasn't a Haps chime. That was an email chime, I'll bet.
I saw a Haps icon pop up on the our iPad up there. Okay, so interesting enough, the instructions here talk about putting the SD card into the machine that has the leveling program on it, which we don't have that SD card, but it's because it's a second-hand machine. So we're gonna have to do it manually.
I'm sorry, a little distracted.
A little distracted. Ah, I'm gonna have a little water while she's distracted. Pardon me while I cross over here.
There's Frank. Blowout blue blob on the wall behind the host.
Oh, so it's literally just the Haps bar, right?
Oh, I see. Okay. So
It's quite the little setup,
Martin's
isn't
gonna,
it? The
Martin's
iPad
gonna,
and camera and mounts and tripods and.
Yeah. Martin's going to continue with you guys for a moment. I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for a better pick. Oh, okay, Frank. I'll
Cool.
see if you can
Mhm.
find a better pick. And then I'll go over
Awesome.
to the computer.
Yeah. So it's that elongated wide H sort of thing. Yeah.
So
So we need to switch it on.
we need to switch it on. We need materials hooked. Where's the stuff that he gave us? The leftover
that
roll.
leftover spool.
Yeah, if we're gonna do this, we might as well do it with one that we didn't pay money for.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
There we go. Now this is
Leftover
one thing
spool.
we really always hate about all this too is don't leave your spools open like this. Like
He gave us basically just a leftover spool, so it may actually not be usable material anymore because it's
Excuse
probably
me.
absorbed a lot of moisture. They should
Here, hold on for a minute.
stay in sealed bags, but
Really
oh,
brittle.
Oh yeah, that's seriously. Try a little farther up the row, or
Yeah, let me unroll a little bit.
I mean, it might be enough to just to test out the extruder with. Oh,
Okay,
it's better farther up.
farther
Yeah.
up. So where does that brittleness stop?
Yeah. Well, either way, where you kinked it is where we're gonna have to cut it now, or it'll jam up.
I just want to make sure next time I don't go that far. It's just the
Don't
tip.
go that far.
It's just the tip, honey.
Just the tip. Uh-huh. There's some. Yeah.
Ouch.
It's like those little licorice ropes, right? This is red PLA. Again, you can get all sorts of different materials for these things.
We prefer using ABS. But, oh, we got to make sure we take this off for the PLA.
For the PLA, yeah.
Fine, do it right.
And we're gonna have another little bin full of little tings. Alrighty.
Tangs.
Tangs.
things. We also have one of those little 3D pens somewhere. I don't know where they went. Little pieces like that are actually pretty good for those pens.
So toss that right over there.
It was just the bar, okay. It was always out of focus due to the focal length. Host being a bit more important. Well, yeah, there's that. There's that. So did you find a better shot?
Alrighty. So I'm gonna sneak in behind the machine.
Love ABS for smoothing with acetone. This is true.
Yep.
This is very true. Here, I'm gonna pop over to the computer, which means I'm gonna go off camera and leave you with them for a minute. And
So the very first time, you know what? As soon as you're back from the computer, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go get the duster.
well, just go get the duster.
I'll go get the duster. We'll be
just
like
keep talking.
there'll be no one in
just
frame.
keep talking.
You have these
Just
disembodied
keep
voices.
talking.
I'm coming to you from beyond. Well, beyond the
yeah,
the
ABS
studio area.
is a preferred,
Going into the
much more preferred material for
entry
prop
area.
makers. It's a better price. It's more stable. People are like just use acrylic because acrylics go well in these machines, like especially the cutters. And we're always like, no, the acrylic is much more fragile. If you throw a prop across the room, the acrylic probably won't survive. The ABS will. So we do prefer it, but the smaller cutter would just get messy too fast. But the 3D printer, it's a whole different story. 3D printer doesn't mind the ABS. It's a different kind of melting. Like the 3D printer, when you think about it, has to melt it. Whereas the laser cutter just kind of makes a mess of it.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of dust inside here. There's still little bits of debris from the previous owner's cutting job too. So I'm gonna momentarily make a loud noise.
What kind of loud noise? You have a lid for your printer. That helps a lot. That's what we were told, yeah. The printer that we were using when Stargate was real. Yeah, for ABS, that's right. To keep the heat in and to keep the heat consistent because the ABS requires some more consistent heat.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make a little noise here.
Sure.
You know what? While I
What?
do that, I'm gonna disable my mic. I'm going dark.
You're-
Radio silence.
Boo! But yeah, we use ABS a lot in production, but we won't be able to with this cutter. So folks, desktop. I saved your file over. Did you send me a second one or just this one? Okay.
Ta-da! See, I wasn't kidding. Even with my mic off.
I'm gonna make noise opening a wine bottle here. So that is the question. I'm gonna make this
So
disappear for
we're
a
going to
moment.
power it up.
So that is the image that Frank is talking about.
The guy we bought it
So-
from had the music set.
Yeah, I think we'll change that. So the HAPS logo, of course, is up in the corner there. Wish there was a way to zoom in on that. But that
There's
blue
some
glow,
neon green back there too.
there's neon green on the back of the machine.
All right. So am I continuing on?
Is it already loaded?
Hmm?
Is it already loaded with?
With material?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, we gotta make sure we gotta get that all loaded up.
Yeah.
So the first thing I gotta do is just check the bed level and
Go
that
for
sort
it.
of thing. So
Go for it. What kind of wine, Frank? What kind of wine drinker are you? Doesn't say on your profile. Martin, is your mic back on?
My mic is back. It should be. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now? So unfortunately, it looks like it's mostly underneath the little sticky things, the little gave. Cheap. All right, white or red? Please, Frank, don't be a rosé drinker. And if anyone says to me, what's wrong with rosé, you will never shut me up. Starting with the level of sugars. So I wish there was a way to zoom in on this, but yes, that glow in the back is the HAPS logo. That's the screen capture that Frank sent. So, okay, we seem to have froze. No, Martin's just standing really still. Oh my God,
What's
Martin,
that?
you thought, yeah, there we go. Red, okay, exclusively. Nice. Yeah, for me, I can never afford, really, but, 5+ years of port is always, is always a joy. So what material did you make your HAPS logo out of?
Okay, so we are going to get it all moved around.
What materials did you make your HAPS logo out of? And Martin's right, that is a really nice little setup.
Oh, I know, yeah, with the iPad and the tripods and camera mounts and everything. I mean, that's the one thing, I guess, if you're doing an interview format broadcast where you're sitting at an interview desk, whereas with us, we're kind of getting up and moving here, moving there, and
I cut it from hard 1/4 inch PVC, which is really nasty stuff. Yes, yes it is.
what's that?
He cut it from 1/4 inch PVC. He's like, it's really nasty stuff. Yes, yes it is. So I have to go. So, Martin, is there anything of interest on the iPad screen, or do I just leave this a nice single wide shot?
Leave it a nice little wide shot for now, yeah.
Okay.
While we mess around with this.
Like really hard foam
Oh,
board.
actually, do you want it?
Wow.
Here, let's do this.
Let's do what?
Show the 3D model that we've already created
Okay, fine. I'll turn it back on.
of the HAPS logo.
There we go. Very unhealthy. Yes, you need good exhaust systems for these things. Same with ABS when you're cutting it. Very unhealthy. So there's our little 3D of the HAPS logo. So, Martin, are you just making it flat? Or are you making it thicker on one end or the other?
It's going to be flat, basically. The raised letters with with a little backing plate.
Okay. And of course, we could paint it after the fact. Which I think I will, so it stands out. Because we're using scrap material, so the paint color will probably be... Well, white on red would look good. It's red, right, you're using?
What's that? It'll be the
It's
red
red,
material,
yeah.
yeah.
Nice. Zoomy zoom. Zoomy zoom. Zoomy zoom zoom. So do we leave it split like this, or? What was it I was thinking? Darn it. I made a remark, and I thought...
So the first thing we're going to do is load the material into the printer. It's
Fine, I guess we're leaving it split.
we're going to load the right-hand extruder.
Extruder.
Extruder. Everyone loves that word. Extruder.
It's a great word.
You're an extruder.
You're extruder.
So the guy that we bought it from created this handy dandy little 3D printed a little hanger for the
Hanging
filament
out.
that goes in the back.
Okay, that's it. I'm doing it full
What?
screen. I'm doing it full screen.
Doing full screen?
Just, yep.
Okay.
Yep. Ta-da. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! Did you trace the logo? What we did, it's the same. It's just modified of the cutter file. But what we did was I took my iPhone and I zoomed in on the logo on the page, and then took a photograph. We took a photograph using the iPad. We took a photograph of the logo, and on the phone, and then yeah, we traced it so that we traced it so with it underneath, so that we could get the effect, the desired effect. Da 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 da.
So what I'm doing right now is I'm feeding the material up through the little tube from the back where the filament is
that,
hanging.
that looks rude.
It does, doesn't it? Eh.
That
The
looks
little
really
red
rude.
dangly thing. What do they call it on cats? The lipstick?
The lipstick, yes.
Cats and dogs.
That's right. That's right.
So it's given instructions or has a setting for um, right extruder and left extruder. I guess the one that's got the fan running is probably the one that we're looking at. So it is right and
I
left,
hope
not
so.
stage right, stage left.
Ah, right, of course.
Left,
All
no
right.
right.
Okay.
So it's heating the extruder up right now, and I think that means begin loading or unloading. Press OK to exit. All right. So
Press OK.
the little port on the top of
Press
the
OK.
extruder.
Okay.
I think we needed to load
Oh,
it
you have to
first.
tell it.
Yeah. So press OK again because that's what we're
Okay.
going to load is load
We're
the right.
loading the
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we're in, then we can exit. It's going to take a moment again. So just at the top here, there's a little
I have
port.
to run that through the standards and practices department and legal. LOL. Shh. 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 It's all good. It's all good. Ukeberry handcrafted, handcrafted.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She's so organic.
There we go. So we're putting it into the little port on the top, and immediately feel the little grabber wheels
Dual
grab a
extruders,
hold of it.
fancy. Yeah, because we can do
Yeah.
basically you can do two different colors. We haven't learned yet how to assign it the two different colors.
Okay.
We'll get to
So
that at some point. But yeah, you can do like one part of the project in one color and one part in the other color, which technically we should be doing with the house logo, but that's okay.
all
We're
right. So
trying
that's
to
loaded.
avoid opening up the new stuff until we need to, until we actually have a paying project.
Now, the trick will become.
Now, what do you think about the trick, the little thing about putting tape down?
Putting tape down on the bed. Um, that's actually it works quite well. This bed's actually got a little bit of residue on it as well. Another suggestion that I think even the guy we bought it from made is use one of the Uhu glue sticks
That's
and rub it back and forth. It basically just gives a little bit of grip on the bed so that first layer of print doesn't curl up and like lift before the next layer can get put down on top of it. So what I'm noticing is this machine, you can't manually operate the bed.
Oh,
It has to be done through the software.
okay then.
So we have to go to the software. Now the FlashForge software itself is not available for iPad. So we've had to do a little hunting around for compatible software.
So we have not used this software before either.
Oh, juice. Is this running right now? It's
No,
not running. Okay.
It's not.
All right. Just
It's
don't
okay.
want to.
Okay, get over it anyway. You'll hurt Ron's feelings.
I'll hurt Ron's feelings. Oh.
Is that PLA or PET G? PLA at the moment. Everything we bought the other day to be able to start working on some projects is all ABS. Because we prefer using ABS. I'm thinking of redoing, one of the first things I want to do with the 3D printer is I want to redo,
Where did my phone disappear to?
it should be on the cutter.
Ah, there it is. Thank you.
One of the first things I want to do with the printer is I want to redo this. I want to redo the top ball for Maleficent staff. It doesn't have a battery in it right now, but I want to redo the ball with the clear and semi-clear colored ABS and make it a little less fragile because this dome is actually pretty fragile. There's a crack or two underneath there that have happened. So
Cracker.
this is moved away from the sides, and just basically redo and see if I can do that. Get the LED inside, and the light should travel even better inside it.
There we
But
go.
yeah, I want to redo my Maleficent staff from scratch. I might sell that one off cheap, or I might just bring it to conventions to say this is one way you can do it at home. But in the case of the Maleficent staff, it's the upper half of those candy egg things. You know, it's kind of colored and flat, and then the Easter candy eggs things, it's colored and flat on the bottom, and then the clear dome on top. So I got two of those, pigged out a little bit on the candy inside, buzzed around the house for a week, and then and then used it for staff. It's warm in here. I think they fixed the rads.
They did, yeah.
I wish we had our own way to adjust the temperature in here.
I know, yeah, that's the one thing about this being a commercial building is, and the walls were all put in like 20 years ago, but the building is over 100 years old. All the rads are just the entire length of the building, one end to the other, so they basically took each window in the building and turned it into a separate unit. So we're all running on the same heating system. This is not allowing me to
So feel free to ask
register.
questions. There's the
It's not
awards.
allowing me to
There's
register.
the sponsorship. There's all the things. I know it's a while. A lot of you are still on other platforms, especially our Periscope family. But come on over to Haps, guys. Come on over to Haps. Let's do
Oh,
this.
there we go. And boom.
I don't know. And oh yeah, those
Oh.
of you who have been pointing out that anyone can try to cash in some of the super hearts if they're over a certain amount, and which ours are. Um, we did turn the super hearts off, but because this broadcast is feeding down to Periscope, I'm assuming they're back on basically. But we did do our request to cash out super hearts, but we know we're not going to get the full amount. If they had approved us back then we would have gotten the full amount. So our guesstimate is about 800 US originally. How much we're actually going to get, I don't
Excuse me,
know.
sir.
I know people like Ron. I'm sorry, I don't know where you are tonight, Ron. But people like Ron were our biggest contributors, and I know you guys are really upset about that. So we did do that. We did do the submission. We did. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do.
So I will keep everyone in the loop on that as it happens. We decided to use our PayPal for the payout. So we'll see what happens.
What happens?
Happens.
What's happening? Okay, so that's not the way to do it. So-
What'd you do? And of
well,
course,
now that we got the software, and that's the first time we're connecting to the printer, it's a matter of how do we connect it to the printer.
uh,
New device, name.
high five, Martin.
High
five.
five.
Thank you, Frank. Jeff is now a sponsorship. He figured it out. Woohoo! Jeff, how'd you figure it out?
Flash forward.
Share, share, share.
Set the device ID. What is the device ID?
I have no idea what the device ID is.
You have no ID?
Thank you, Jeff. The sponsorship is greatly appreciated.
Okay, we go back. Utilities. General settings. Is there an ID number on the back of the device?
Oh boy.
Do.
Bravo. Thank you.
Nope.
Yes, Frank. Bravo. Killed a Dragon, Mr. Jeff Curry, has been friends with us for a
Let's
very
do
long
this
time.
a different way.
He was there for our very first year at the BC Renaissance Festival, so in 2007. He volunteered for the festival, and yeah, he's been incredible to us for years, and he's doing some photography stuff now, and he lives in Hamilton, so he's back here in Ontario. He actually moved to Hamilton, or did you move to Toronto first, Jeff? And then a few years ago, and then Martin and I kind of came after. So I put the first 5 digits of the postal code in, left the last digit off, and then put it through. Okay then.
Okay.
Okay. So Canadians, when you do sponsorships, that's how you do it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, if you're all right with that, I am going to go like this. So screen cap, and then I'm going to edit it down. So Canadians, that's how we do it apparently. Thank you so much, Jeff. Jeff's really good at figuring things out. So I wish we could do music, but
Oh yeah.
we'll have to figure that out at some point. Gotta go later, Katie. Night, guys. Night, night. Oh, Katie, 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 Katie.
Katie. Katie. Katie. Katie.
I'm gonna send you
Katie.
a message on Messenger later on tonight. So check tomorrow morning, please, on Facebook Messenger. Check tomorrow morning, because Martin and I have a bit of an idea for a delayed gift for you.
Ah
Delayed
yes,
Christmas gift.
yes.
No space for the postal code. Just A1,
Well,
A2B. To be or
or
not to
not to
be.
be. Well, that's very interesting.
That's very interesting.
Well, this was the software that had the highest recommendation for the number of devices, and FlashForge was one of the ones that was recommended, or
Okay.
it was said that it was a compatible machine. But it's not giving me any way of connecting to a FlashForge device, only to their own proprietary printers by the manufacturer that makes the software.
What?
All right, little research going on here. And it's
Oops.
sideways app again. I hate sideways apps.
You
You're
hate
running
sideways
on an
apps.
iPad,
Oh.
you with a keyboard, you're in landscape, but the app insists on staying sideways.
Wah, 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 wah,
Frustrating.
wah, wah, wah,
Wah,
wah.
wah, 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 wah.
Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Martin's whining.
Yes. We are going to make this work.
But that's okay. Martin's whining and Frank is drinking wine. Everything's good.
Yeah.
I am going to go over to the computer at the moment and do this. There we go. Okay.
Also compatible with other 3D printer brands in the market. FlashForge, Ultimaker, MakerBot, Prusa.
All right. So you can see the edge of the ladder, and that's where the iPad is. We actually found that a ladder, a painter's ladder, works better than most stands, and we don't have to take the iPad out of its case. So that's turning out to be a huge advantage. So I am going to go over here. Okay. Okay. So when Martin struggles with that and tries not to start crying, once we get both of these machines set up, we will be broadcasting. We're going to start with that lightsaber that was custom ordered. And,
Well, there's their official
to do
website. So
that.
let's see if they have any
So yes.
Q&As on their website.
What? What, Martin? What?
Hmm?
What?
I found their official website. So let's see if I found them on the App Store and looked at the reviews and everything. They're
I see.
great reviews, but support.
We're going to airdrop
FAQ.
the photo. There we go. All right.
Oh, come on, give me English website.
English is good because
English
yeah,
website.
that's what we speak. All right, folks. Apologies for these little gaps. We wanted to do much more fluid stuff, but once we get into things like the lightsaber and stuff, it'll be a little more fluid. But she's letting us experiment and using her lightsaber to experiment. We're going to make them self-contained this time instead of taking the battery out to change, we're going to set it up so it can charge. So that's going to be definitely a bit of an interesting adventure. We did that years ago for our tricorders on for our tricorders. We used to work for Paramount Video, and we did all the promos and stuff, and we needed tricorders. And the best thing about it is back then, really anything that's surface mounted, anything that was small enough to fit inside, electronics wise, was just way too much of a budget. So we got things like chips and stuff like that, and we very carefully sanded them down until you know, there was bare minimum left. That that's oh, apparently 27 days in a row. Log in. Hey, nice.
Who, for us?
Yeah, it's for us
Wow.
apparently. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Piano Man is on right now, and 80% of his $50 goal. Nice, Piano Man. Yeah, we gotta find a way to put some music behind us. Even some classical would be great.
Having that background music, yeah.
The gain on my mic is pretty low. Okay.
Are you whispering or are you?
No, I'm talking sexy. That's a that's interesting.
Haha.
That's
Okay.
interesting. Let me take a risk over here. This I will. Hmm. Oh, you're right. It is.
Or am I actually speaking louder than you for a change?
I don't know. I don't know. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I am slowly going crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Slowly crazy going. MI 8765432 1.
No spaces here. Apparently I am.
Huh. Huh. Hmm. I am apparently speaking softly today and carrying a big stick.
Carrying a big stick.
Really big stick. Really, really big stick. So I'm going to create a post right away, Jeff, so I do not forget. And I am going to caption, Canadians trying to sponsor your fave casters. Hapsters!
So I'm going to do a little search on the forum and see who else might be in a similar situation to this. I just tried with their customer support, and they're like, we don't know. You have to send an email to tech support, and they can help you. So let's let's find out a little bit more here. Software.
Gilded Dragon discovered the solution for the zip code dilemma. That's not how you spell dilemma. Yeah, that's how you spell dilemma. 1 minute. Fix. That's how you spell dilemma. I'm going to take the
Hey,
image. Thank you, Jeff, so much for that. It's possible I just wasn't, really projecting, which is kind of a shame. So I will do my best to project. We have neighbors who like their solitude. Yeah. All right. Upload picture. Users. This computer has got little memory on it, which is why, like, I mean, it really doesn't have much memory on it. We're used to, getting a starter, Mac and then upgrading the memory, but this one is all hardwired, so no moving parts. So yeah, you can't upgrade the memory. We didn't think about that when we bought it. We just thought it was really cool and small and simple, and it turned out that nope, that's not the case. That's not the case. Okay. Yes, we named our computer Cerebro.
Hmm. Why not? Hmm. Okay.
Users here, here, and there's the screen capture. There's the screen capture. And then post. There we go, Haps. Very, very clever, Jeff. Figured it out for you.
Awesome. It's always great
What is the
when we
issue
can
with the
help other
printer?
people find a
Might
few
have
things too.
missed it due to the broadcast freezing. Martin, would you talk to Jeff as since you're over there and I'm over here?
Ah,
As to
perfect.
what the issue with the
Well,
printer actually
the issue
is?
with the printer is it's not an issue with the printer specifically. The Creator Pro FlashForge has software uh, that will work as a slicer, but the software is only available for Mac or PC or Linux. There is not an iOS version of it. We're trying to completely move over to doing all of our design work on the iPad because there's so much software that's out there. So what we're trying to find is an appropriate slicer program that will work on iOS on the iPad uh, and using Shaper 3D, which is the software that we're starting to explore working with for the design, creating our models in Shaper 3D and using some kind of a slicer on iOS to create the G code file for the printer. However, the one that's been most recommended, it's Creality Cloud, but you can use your own storage methods to do all the slicing. But it says on the app site that it is compatible with FlashForge printers, but just loading it up now, and the first time we've actually had a chance to plug it into the printer, it's not recognizing the printer. It's not giving me any option to be able to say, okay, well, this is my printer. Here, find it on the network, whatever. So right now, it's sort of the whole system is sitting in limbo, and there doesn't seem to be any specific information on their website, on the Creality website, as to hooking it up to other machines. So it's not as easy as they made it out to be. May have to contact customer support, but if you've got any ideas for any slicer programs that might be available through iOS, our main criteria is we don't want a slicer that has to upload to someone else's server in
Yes.
order to slice and process the file for the printer, because that's basically going in breach of any NDAs that we have with film productions.
Don't want to get
So
in trouble.
we don't want to get in trouble. We'd
Want
like
to be
everything to be
employed when this
local.
is all over with.
That's what we managed to do with the laser. We've got everything local, so that this particular laser, you don't have to upload a file and have it downloaded to the laser. We can go straight from the iPad to the laser. I don't know how many times I can say laser in one sentence,
Laser.
and be able to run things that way without breaching any contracts.
One of the things we'd like to do with the there's a lot of things we want to do with the 3D printer, but one of the key things we want to do with the 3D printer is be able to do like the elements of the backpack for the ferries in 3D print, so the holders and all that kind of stuff. 3D print them so it's all more solid, more standard, more all the same type thing. Because
Mm.
people have asked us how much it would cost to have those wings, with the electronic and the flapping and stuff like that. So we've been
Hmm.
making them mostly for us. So we've been shortcutting and doing a lot of obscure things that are really hard to fix if something goes wrong and you don't know what you're doing.
Hmm.
So we want to make it a little more user friendly. And put those up on our new store, which will be coming soon. And yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's one of the first things we want to do with it. And talking to Martin today, we were kind of half joking, I think, but we'd like to do like 3D prints of some of our characters. So Flint and Charity, or the Wizard
Little minifigs.
and Maeve. To do the Wizard and Maeve, it'd be kind of cool to put actual LEDs in the staff
Yep.
and get some little light into her wings.
The wings, yeah.
So there are little ideas we're thinking of, and under the skirt. So this is all the kind of stuff that we're looking at right now, at doing, and seeing if we can put those up on the store. Because there's certain characters we own. I think even if it's in our own image too, to a certain degree, we can do the copyrighted characters. I mean, do the Lord of the Rings characters, stuff like that, and sell those as well, or give them away as prizes, or haven't really decided yet. But we thought if we do one of each, I'd like to see if I can find someone with a full-size 3D printer. Again, something that, not 3D, but 3D scanner, something that we wish we had done back in BC when Stargate was still going, because they had a full body scanner setup. And we were going to do that before we left. Yeah.
Plant that HAPS logo placard on camera. Haha, I'm a shill. Nice, Frank.
Yeah, I took that down. We should put the little HAPS logo thing back up. That's not in the shot you want to do. So, so Martin, is it realistic to get this up running tonight?
Realistic? I I was hoping it was realistic. I really had good vibes for this software, but it's let me down.
Good
So, unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no.
Long story short.
Yeah. Okay, fine. But he's right.
Hmm?
He's right. This should be up here.
Oh, for the apps logo? Yeah.
Ha. Ha. Think up. Baby, hops, 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 baby. What?
What? Right.
What? Is it on camera? You can't tell.
Yeah, it's. Oh, I see where it is. Yeah, it's kind of obscured for us. It's obscured behind the text, but yeah, I can see it under the lamp. There we go.
Ha.
It's the interrogation lamp.
Dun, dun, dun.
Where were you on the night of January 7th?
You can use a new iPhone as a full body scanner these days, from what I've read. We've tried those before. Yay! There you go. Okay.
This was actually a few
Sure,
years
sure.
ago. We tried a 3D scanner app on the iPhone, and it failed us miserably. But
Yeah, because the slight variation in movement
mhm.
just made it all warpy. So it was quite a thing to try to keep everything nice and still and solid,
Mhm.
and we realized that a spinny turntable was better, so to do a full-size human spinny turntable.
Mhm.
This place is too small,
Oh, I know. Yeah.
but I don't think we're going to be able to get it up and running. I really don't. I really don't.
Not in the course of this broadcast. Only slightly less.
Blown out as the one I made.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because this light has got to be it's too bright. It's
Mhm.
too harsh. Well, for this. That's okay, we'll have it fixed soon. By the next broadcast or something. Stay up. We have to figure out ways to put things behind us in so many ways. And
Just
when
have
yeah.
look like a diner or something with all the like, signage and kitsch collected, different logos and things behind us.
All right, so folks, I think we unfortunately have to let you go, because this is not going to happen as quickly as we thought it would.
Yep.
At
We
least
were hoping for a 2-hour broadcast. We're at hour and 43 right now,
close.
so
We're close. So hopefully tomorrow night we'll be starting on that lightsaber, and we'll be coming back to the printer at another time. But right now, it's a matter of letting you guys go and be free. And I think you and I just have to sit down and read and read and read
Read and
and
read and
read
read.
and read
Yeah.
and read. So maybe tomorrow during the day we'll try to get on it because we have a a better schedule tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we can start the lightsaber during the day and then finish later on, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a custom order lightsaber. This will not be on the discount list for sponsors. However, if a sponsor wants us to custom make one, we'll get the discount on the quote. And that's what we're going to do. If we sell off the one, that we made on air, then we'll easily give sponsors a discount on the quote. So again, discounts will depend on the complexity and the amount of hours mostly
Mm-hmm.
for the item. Materials will always be covered in the price, but it's just what we'll do is we'll discount off of our time
Mm-hmm.
because it's an easy thing to discount.
Yep.
So yeah, the more complicated and longer something is, the uh, the smaller the discount, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Cool?
Cool.
Or sorry, the larger
Let's
the
see.
discount.
GF has a comment here. Looking online, found a couple to look up. G-code printer, paid app. We're trying to avoid paid apps if possible. I did see that with that one as well, and I've sort of put that on the back burner because it was a paid app. And Octoprint, there is an iOS sort of a print monitor sort of app for it, but you need the Octoprint app on a desktop machine to start with in order for the iPad version to work. So and we're
Thank you,
trying to avoid
Frank.
putting more stuff on our aging um,
So Frank says
Mac Pro.
there it is. My current print project, robotic marionettes.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. Can I share that with everyone else, or do you mind, Frank? Oh yeah, look what.
Hmm. Oh, that's nice.
They're almost spitting image like.
A little, yeah.
That's pretty cool, Frank.
Yeah, but yeah, Jeff, thanks for those leads. I mean, we might explore the G code one if it's not too big an expense. If it's $15 app or something. I
Sure.
don't know, but
Frank says
we'll
sure.
see. Sure. Yeah, show them.
Here. We'll do it this way this time. That is awesome, Frank. That is awesome. And then, that's that one. Well, this is it. I still want to do the dragon animatronic that we started, and unfortunately the plasticine got kind of ruined and mushed in the move, so I have to
Mm-hmm.
start from scratch. So we're hoping to do that one time, and it would be really nice to be able to 3D print the inner structure
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the skeleton.
Yep.
So.
And do it a little more organically and asymmetrically this time. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Short story. It isn't even a long story to be made
Mhm.
short. Short story. The first dragon I did on air for Periscope a while ago, I was working on the plasticine. I gave him the plasticine to bring to the shop that because he had work that week and I didn't, and the new scanner was in, and the new 3D printer was in, so they decided to do a scan of it and print it out, and we were going to use that as the inside of the skull and everything like that.
Mhm.
Much more accurate. Well, someone decided that my job, my beautiful sculpting job, was too uneven from one side to the
Too
next.
asymmetrical. Mhm.
So he corrected it in the computer, and what he printed out was so skinny the electronics couldn't even fit in it, and was so accurate we might as well have painted it metal colors,
Yeah.
not put dragon skin on it. I was very upset at him.
Yeah.
I
No,
was
that was
really
not
upset
a
at him.
shining moment in our
No,
design career.
no.
You use Gilderfluke? What's Gilderfluke?
Play Store has it for $5. Okay.
Okay. So Google Play. So we'll see. We'll see what the App Store has it for.
$5 is super cheap.
Yeah. G code printer. Yeah, I'll take a look at that one. Yeah. Have to admit, I was sort of like narrowing the focus into the free apps, but yeah,
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
It just means we have to actually use these, like really
Hmm.
sit down and use these devices. Of course, there's a lot of stuff we're still going to do by hand.
Yeah.
That's a given. I mean, the lightsabers also going to be by hand.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's still a lot of stuff. I still love sculpting. I'm thinking of going back to do paper mache masks because the Egyptian masks that we made many years ago, they're still around. I mean, they're the way I did them was just they're solid. So I'd love to go
Yeah.
back to doing that. And I think this
Hmm.
time the master underneath should be paper mache.
Hmm. Paper mache
Sorry,
or
plasticine.
plaster? Plasticine? Hmm.
But oh, it might be difficult to clean out.
I don't know.
Well, it's paper mache, so I guess we could just, put some saran wrap or something on top of the
Oh, for
plasticine.
plasticine, yeah. Motion control hardware and software for animatronics. It's a whole different discipline. Yeah, we did. We were doing a little bit of that when we last lived in Toronto. The one company that we were working with did a lot of animatronics. They had a whole
Existence.
motion control camera rig on a like a dolly track and everything for
Yeah.
being able to do model shots and repeated shots and stuff like that. So
All the puppets for
yeah,
existence.
hmm,
Those were fun.
yeah.
And jeez, some of the robotics. What was the YTV thing? The educational robot thing.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
That was
I
pretty
can't
cool.
remember what that was. Yeah, but yeah.
That was fun.
Hmm.
The remote control cars for Total Recall.
Hmm. Yeah, full-size radio control cars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
don't
remember
let
the
the
magic
transport guys drive
words.
it.
If
They
you use
want
a
you underneath
paid
the
app,
transport truck.
it's a business expense. Well, this is true. This is very true.
It is, but someone has to still do what 3 years of back taxes that haven't been done.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
find all those receipts, which are somewhere. We hope.
Yeah.
If those got lost in the move, now I got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Martin. If anyone out there wants to help Martin with the whole bookkeeping thing, he's really bad at it. I'm worse, so I
Yeah.
can't really judge him. But
It's more a discipline thing than a knowledge thing. So yeah.
oh, I
Hmm.
don't know.
Meaning I should know better.
Yes, yes, it could be an age thing too. You just get tired of doing this crap.
Well,
It's just
yeah.
like
I mean,
you get to a
how long
certain
have I
point
been
where it's
doing
like,
our taxes? Because we don't really have the extra budget to hire an accountant or a
well,
bookkeeper.
back in BC, there was the festival taxes, right? There was all the
Yep.
Renaissance Festival stuff. There was the Times West Entertainment stuff.
Yep.
There was the Car Hunger stuff.
Yep.
And then there was all the independent stuff
Mm-hmm.
that came through outside shops.
Yep. So basically, like 5 sets of taxes every year.
There's got to be an easier way. There is.
Hmm.
We don't have Times West Entertainment anymore. Everything's being done
That's
using
true.
Car
Yeah.
Hunger now. Yep,
Everything's car hunger. We don't.
yep. Nice meeting you as well,
You
Frank.
too, Frank. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thanks for showing us some of that stuff. That's pretty cool stuff. Yeah.
Yes. So listen,
Hmm.
we're gonna head out. We're gonna. I wouldn't mind actually having a snack because I'm hungry
Hmm.
again. I'm just like that.
Yep.
That whole menopausal. You don't know what's fake.
Hmm.
You don't know what's fake hunger and what is. We don't know what's fake hunger
Not a fake hunger. I'm
and
a
what's
real
real
hunger.
hunger. Um,
I'm the last of my kind. I'm the last of my race. I'm like the Doctor. I'm the last of the Time Lords. Or not.
Hello.
Oh, Romana.
Thank you.
I mean Fred.
Rather like Fred. But yeah. So where the hell was my brain? But yes, I would not mind having a snack and
Yeah,
watching a little bit more Star Trek because we only watched half an
that's true.
episode.
Yep. We're catching
And
up on
we're catching up
Discovery
on
that we
Discovery.
have never watched it. We've worked on the show a few times here. Everyone we know has watched it, since day one.
We've worked on
So,
it.
yeah,
That doesn't help.
doesn't help. No.
But you work on things that you don't see. It's really
Hmm.
bad. So yeah, we're trying to catch up. So we're trying to multitask. So we can always look at apps while we're watching it too.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Look up the ones that Jeff suggested. Have a good night. Hope you can find a program that works on the iPad. Yes, same here.
Thank
Uh,
you. Yeah, we don't want to invest in a PC. We just don't.
no.
This was the iPad that the iPad Pro was for a lot of the stuff at the one shop in BC. So we
Hmm.
basically wiped it clean and repurposed it.
Hmm.
So we're trying not to spend additional funds if we can avoid it. So Hathor just fell over dead. She's
Yep.
you know,
She's
just-
plopped on the floor. Love how she does it. She'll
Kitty
walk
cats.
walk along and then just go.
Yep, just out of the blue.
And as she's looking at us with this
Hi.
little grin, the come hither look,
Hi.
her
Oh
little
my
paws
God.
like snuggling on her back.
She's such a fluffy round cat. Oh my God. Anyway, our cat is being
She
an
wants our
immense
attention,
distraction.
apparently.
So listen, respect yourself more than anyone else can, and all will be fine. Seriously,
Hmm.
self-respect, self-love, very important. And if you don't have self-love and self-respect, then no one can love you or respect
Hmm.
you. You gotta have it first. It's the way it works, not the other way around. Don't wait for
Nope.
someone else.
Nope.
Nope, nope. And Martin,
Hmm.
say see you tomorrow, Martin.
See you tomorrow, Martin.
Now you're gonna look at that tomorrow, right? You're gonna make sure
I'm
that
gonna
yeah,
look at
okay.
them. Yeah.
You're gonna go. Yes, he did see me.
Yeah. See. Yeah. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
we told you. Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. All right, and listen, everyone, take care. Our American friends, please stay safe.
Stay safe.
I've noticed there's not a lot of people on tonight. I think Trump is supposed to have gone to air by now, and with remarks about yesterday. And
Hmm.
we love you
It's the
guys.
week of rage. You know.
Even those of you who support him, just don't wrap me up in it.
Hmm.
And we can stay friends.
Yep.
The nice thing about being in Canada, we've now in the last 24 hours gotten like a dozen messages from people saying, "Can I move to Canada?"
Yep.
It's like
When those borders open, there's going to be a mass exodus to the north.
we don't mind. Just we're all fighting for the same jobs. So be careful.
Yep.
We still have to be employed, folks. All right. We'll talk to you all later. Thank you so much for joining us. And that printer should be up and running in the next day or two.
Yep.
Tomorrow we might do two broadcasts. One will be working on the printer, and the other one will be working on that lightsaber.
Hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to do that setup.
Yep.
It's an interesting little place we've decided to live
What
in.
an
All right,
interesting
folks.
place we've discovered.
What an interesting place we've discovered.
All
Thank
right,
you
folks.
all. Frank, thank you for sharing. And Jeff, thank you
Yep.
for the sponsorship.
Hmm.
Bye.